Hi, everyone. I'm Avishai L, founder of Eat Stress Away, and Avi. I'm a certified raw food educator and holistic health coach, helping the open minded and empathic professional and entrepreneurial women get rid of their stress and drop those pounds through nutrition and lifestyle changes without sacrificing their food favorites and their authenticity, because you have to be true to who you are. This video, we are talking about why you're not seeing changes in your physique. Let me know if you're one of those people who are having that kind of trouble, who have been faithfully going to the gym, who have been faithfully at your house, because most of us are at our house. Maybe you've been faithfully doing workouts. Maybe you've been faithfully, and consistently eating nutrition that you think is the best. Let me know. Drop a comment below. And also drop a comment below if you want my sustainable physique guide. So I was actually watching or listening, reading rather. Someone was actually offering, what were they offering? They were offering weight loss products to someone. And they were telling them, not to work out. So that's one thing that you shouldn't do, because your body actually needs to move. But then the other extreme was someone who was actually working out and they weren't seeing results, and someone, based off of their limited knowledge, and not to put them down at all, because I've been there as well. We all come in at different stages, but they were telling them that you need to work out harder. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. So if you're not seeing changes in your physique, you don't want to work out harder, whatever that means. That's like you every day. Josh, can you be a little more specific so I can answer that? Like when you work out consistently, you eat, you think you're eating healthy and not seeing results. Is that what you mean? Let me know so I can respond back to that. So I've spoken about this before in a separate video, but I wanted to touch on different points in this one. So I'll take me for an example. I remember going to the gym, and I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again because I have different people on here. Back in 2010, I had a personal trainer at Planet Fitness. Oh my God. I can't do purple gyms, man. I just can't do purple gyms. I had a trainer at Planet Fitness, and she gave me this workout that took like an hour and a half. I was literally there for a very long time. Didn't really explain it to me. I didn't know what reps and sets were. Like, I knew about it a little bit, but not all like that. And I wasn't seeing any changes in my body. And it's because that, okay, no matter what you eat. Oh, well, stay on this live because I'm going to give you tips on that. Definitely stay on the live. I'm giving you tips on how to tweak your nutrition, how to tweak your workouts, and all of that good stuff. So she never focused, and not one time did she mention nutrition. And I noticed myself gaining weight. I'm like, I'm doing all I can. I don't know why I'm gaining weight. And I see a lot of people with this. I've seen a lot of people go to the gym for like many, many years, and they're still stuck with these 5 pounds that they want to get rid of, or these 30 pounds that they want to get rid of. And what's happening, the reasons why you're not seeing any changes is because of your nutrition. Most of the time, it's not the workout, because the workout, although you're supposed to put your whole ass in that workout, and it's supposed to be 100% workouts and 100% nutrition, fitness acts as a supporting friend to the nutrition piece. Your nutrition has to be intact. So I highly recommend, in terms of nutrition, is focusing in on what you're eating specifically. So the first tip I'm going to say is to write down what you are eating. Write down what you are eating specifically, and write down when you go to the gym. Write all of this down so you can visually see what is happening for you, what's working and what's not working. Now, Josh, if you want to write down like some of your meals, I can actually help you tweak it on this live if you want, okay? So a lot of times people go to the gym and they think they're eating healthy, just like I did, but I was eating foods high in oils. I was eating foods heavy in carbs, processed carbs, refined carbs, whatever people say. And it was too much for my body to process and digest. So sometimes what happens is when you're eating a lot of oils, and a lot of people are promoting olive oil because people say olive oil is good, and I used to think that too. And they're promoting coconut oil, and I used to think coconut oil was great on food too. You hear about them pushing, oh, it's good for brain health and that MCT and, whatever they're promoting these days. But what happens with oils is that the nutrients are actually stripped. So you're not absorbing any nutrients. It becomes empty calories. And how empty calories looks like on your body is that you become inflamed, and this is why that's overweight. Overweight is just you basically being inflamed. Your body is storing everything in your fat stores, which you have, and you're not breaking down the food that you're consuming. So that's one factor. Another factor is eating those empty calories. For instance, a lot of people they work out, then they have these cheat days weekly or every day or 2 days out of the week because they think that working out is going to get them the physique that they wanted. And they're not even focused in on their nutrition. So they're going to Pizza Hut and Papa Gino's. I used to love Papa Gino's. And they're going to these places where they're eating these greasy pizzas because they're like, oh, now I'm deserving of this. Not realizing, and that's why I teach my clients to develop a basic nutritional knowledge, because what's happening is you're really doing your body a disservice. You're basically yo-yo dieting. You're basically yo-yo dieting. And yo-yo dieting is when maybe you eat, maybe you eat healthy consistently, but then you go off of the plan. And what ends up happening is you're doing this to your body. You're giving it something, then you're taking it away. You're giving it something, and you're taking it away. And your body is following that pattern. And how does that look like? It looks like visceral fat. It ends up looking like a metabolic disease. It ends up looking like type 2 diabetes. When I say visceral fat, I mean that thick ass subcutaneous fat underneath your abdomen, which takes years. And then what happens is it takes you a while to actually lose the weight because you're not giving your body sustainability, meaning the consistent plan. I don't mean dieting, I mean plan. And that's another reason why people don't see changes in their physique, because they're dieting. There's someone said the other day, and I cracked up. They said there's die in dieting, and that's literally what you're doing. You're restricting calories. And when you restrict calories, you're actually doing a disservice to your body. You're going to end up gaining more weight, binge eating, and doing the yo-yo diet, developing that visceral fat all again. So what you want to start doing is I'm not talking about tracking your calories. Simply write down your meals. Simply, what did I say? Write down when you work out, all of that. See what's working. See where you're stalled. Okay. And I would highly recommend cutting out oils, processed foods. There's a lot of processed foods. I actually have a cheat sheet that's going to be on the Sustainable Physique Guide. So if you want that guide, drop me a comment below. I'm going to include all of that on that guide. So that's what I would start doing. Another factor why you may not be seeing changes in your physique is because maybe you are stress eating due to outside circumstances. Stress will keep the weight on you. Like I always say, the body processes information. The food you're giving it has its own information. What is that information in the food? The information in the food is either empty calories with artificial coloring, with sugar. Your body is like, okay, this has sugar in it. This has artificial coloring. Where am I going to put this? Whatever the body, however it talks. And then on this side, you have, oh, okay, this has the nutrients. I know where to put this. It's receiving information all the time. And same with who you're surrounding yourself with, who you speak to on a daily basis, what you're hearing, what you're seeing. Everything is received the same way. So if you're constantly stressed and in a state of stress, your body is just, I always give that scenario of a bouncy house, or not a bouncy house, a water bed. You keep poking it, you keep poking it, you keep poking it. And what ends up happening is eventually all this water pours out. Same thing with your body. You keep your gut, 60 to 70% of your immune system is housed in your gut. If you keep poking it and poking it, giving it foods that don't coat the lining of the stomach, giving it foods that cause you to be inflamed, eventually it's going to say, you know what? I'm tired of dealing with your shit. And you know what ends up happening? You end up gaining weight, being inflamed, and getting diseases like leaky gut. All diseases begin in the gut. And this is why so many people have autoimmune diseases. This is why people have viruses. This is why people's physique is very difficult to change, because you keep poking at it and not giving it what it needs. The body loves nutrient dense, mostly plants. I'm not telling you to go vegan like me. Plant-based does not mean vegan. Okay, plant-based means eating mostly fruits, veggies, beans, nuts, seeds, onions, mushrooms, fungi, whatever, however you say it. We're all different, man, and that's what makes everybody amazing. Giving it more of that, eating less of that, animal flesh, which is high in rich in IGF-1, and like I always say, heterocyclic amines. It has no phytochemicals. Phytochemicals are plant chemicals that break down the nutrients in the body. It's able to process, and that's not going to do it for you. So you may need to even cut back on that. I'm not telling you what to do. This is just me giving you science-backed info that I've studied, that I've researched, that has worked for me. That's what I had to do. So that's another reason, those outside circumstances. So making sure that you're doing that 4-step method that I gave you, where you can do a brain dump. You can visually see what's happening in your head that's causing you that chronic stress. So you can start to eliminate the stressor. Once you eliminate the stressor, your body will respond. I can't tell you how many times I've actually solved the problem that was happening in here throughout my body. And I actually lost physical weight because I let it go. Some stuff you have to eventually let it go. It depends on what it is. I'm not the person that will tell you, you got to let this go. I really hate when people do that, because it's at your own time. It's at your own pace. But it's taking those steps to start to see what's actually causing you trouble and difficulty, so you can make those changes. I didn't even check the mic, but it's okay. And I also wanted to talk about, nutrient density versus caloric density. All calories are not created equal. I remember being on a restrictive plan. Did the meals have calories? Yes, but they were empty calories. So what ends up happening is you actually end up starving yourself. But again, it's almost like your gut becomes a basketball with air in it. When you eat empty calories, you get the inflammation, you get the weight gain, but you lack the nutrients to actually function optimally. You lack the nutrients. This is why people don't really see ab definition, because they're eating stuff that causes them to be inflamed. This is why people hold that extra fat on them and have, cellulite. Cellulite is actually comes from eating a lot of dairy, believe it or not. It's not a genetic thing. Genetics actually don't play that much of a role. But back to the nutrient density versus caloric density, there's different caloric densities, as I've mentioned. So you have, for instance, medjool dates and cashews and peanuts and almonds that are high in calories, but the caloric density to the nutrient density has that divine homeostasis ratio, I call it, where it's balanced. So you get the nutrients, you get the fiber, the body is able to process it, versus Doritos or oily foods or white breads, which turn into sugar, or white rice that turns into sugar, stripped of the nutrients, no fiber. The body is really not breaking it down, it's just storing it. So that's the difference. Where the nutrient density, you get the vitamins, you get the minerals that the body needs. Those are your nutrients to break it down, for the body to break down that cellular wall, so you're able to digest properly and eliminate like you should. You actually should be eliminating every meal. So there's a lot of people in this world that don't know they're constipated. So sometimes too, that's why you're bloated, is because you're constipated. You're literally back the fuck up. I mean, there's no other way to put it. So those are the reasons why you're not seeing changes in your physique. And you can see changes in your physique. I'm actually going to give you that blueprint in my sustainable physique guide. Drop a comment below if you want that. It's completely free. And if you need any other trainings that maybe can support you, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you. I hope this video was helpful. That those are the tips that I have for you to start seeing results in 1 week. Make those small changes. Get rid of that processed food. Get rid of that oil. Start tracking your meals. Start writing down when you go to the gym clearly, and look at it each day and say, okay, this is what I had to eat. You know, maybe. Yes, I will send it to you. I will send it to you after this, the live is over. I will definitely send that to you. So like I said, I hope this video was helpful. This is how you're going to start seeing changes. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. I'm going to jump on the live to talk about my podcast, actually, and you'll want to stick around for that.